Alright, it's Saturday morning. Just trying to make some pizza. Neighbor came over, he's gonna help me till. So I'm gonna get out back while he's rototilling and prep. Well, I guess eat some pizza. And then get some white rat herd health and nutrition seed in the ground. Alright. So, we made it out. What'd you know? There's no pizza left. But there's a nice tilling job going on. Love that plot hog stuff, but man, does that tractor work nice. Let's see here. Ooh. Some seed and nice cherry coke. Alright, last stripe of the big food plot. 3 down, 2 to go. Alright, now that all our food plots are done, I've got this product called the licking stick. Works pretty well. Had it out for maybe 2-3 years. Great guy, Jeremy Moore. He has another thing called dog bone, dog training. I've used it on a couple of my dogs. Works great. Check them out. So anyway, you want to get a good base. I picked up a branch on the way out. Just trim off some of these branches. Try to make it stand up as straight as possible. Start to see what bucks are in velvet coming to check this out. And then you got this nice little juicy juice. So I got one more of those to do, and then we'll put out a couple of my 360 cams in the other plots. Like I was saying, in some of my food plots I like to put the wild game 360 cam. It shows the whole view and where and what location the deer are coming and going. Four? Oh, you thought I was kidding the first time.
It's the end of July here. We're all at the farm. Gonna start our food plot treatment, planting, tilling, get the plot hog equipment out, put in this annual mix from white rat herd health and nutrition. This has got the good stuff in it: the brassica, the turnips, the radish, the kale, sugar beets, all the stuff that they're gonna need this fall. Basically all the stuff we didn't want to plant early because it would germinate and it would get too mature and then it would get woody and the deer wouldn't eat it. So we're gonna hang some tree stands, we're gonna get that plot in. We've got our tree mounts here from 4th Arrow. We bought a bunch of these so we can basically put them up into the tree and then leave them. We don't have to carry them in and out. We just carry the arm and the camera in and stuff. So we got a bunch of these. We're gonna hang some sets, get the farm ready to go. Next time we'll be up will be in August, and then September we will be bow hunting. So hopefully we'll be checking the cards. Hopefully we got some big old shooters on camera. It would make a nice addition to our weekend to find out that there's some big shooters on there. So let's get this party going. We just got down to the river plot. We're gonna start working this bad boy up. Kelly is coming with the tractor. She's gonna mow off the outside. This is all that new seed and clover. This is what it looks like. So this was our racetrack. If you guys watched Food Plots 101, that episode, you can see how our clover came in now. It's probably mid-shin on me, a little bit taller. Looks great down in here. We're gonna mow off this grass that's coming up in it. I got some clethodim ordered. We're gonna treat the grass. I'm gonna work all this middle up. We're gonna mow all this out, and we're gonna get our annual mix in here. But you can see how tall all that stuff is where the new seeding clover is. Pretty aggressive. We're gonna get all that stuff out. Treat this plot up. This is gonna be excellent this fall. Alright, finished product. Looks good. I ran that old aerator over it and did some soil finishing. Covered up some of the seed. That kale and that brassica is like dust, so you don't want to bury it too far. So driving on it and doing some soil finishing worked out pretty good. But finished product looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. There's more debris in it than what I wanted, but realistically I should have got up here like 2 weeks ago and sprayed it again with Roundup for the third time and mowed it short and worked it under this time, but I just did not have time. So hopefully that herbicide that we ordered is going to kill all the grass out of here and leave our broadleaf nice and beautiful and full. All this clover is going to come back. Where Kelly all mowed the whole time. Did the racetrack around the outside here. This plot's going to be awesome come September and October. Well, it is July 31st. We are out here at our farm in western Wisconsin. Blake and I came out for the day. Our chemical that we ordered to treat our food plots with came in during the week. We decided to do a day trip. We are going to spray some clethodim on all of our clover, and that is a grass killer basically. It's safe for broadleaf, peanuts, potatoes, turnips, beets, alfalfa, clover, all that kind of stuff. So we are going to go treat our 2.5 acres of clover, hang Blake's deer stands, put his camera mounts in from 4th Arrow, and then we are going to get out of here. Well, check our cameras of course, but then we are going to get out of here, go home, and watch some fireworks. The 4th of July fireworks fest got canceled, and they are tonight, so we are hoping we can make it home for those. We should be able to. It's only 11 o'clock right now. We've got the whole day ahead of us. 3.5 hour ride back home, so should be sitting good. Plots are all sprayed. Blake's gonna get some pants on, go get his ladder stand up. We're gonna hit the road.
Well, it's Friday, Labor Day weekend. Summer's been crazy. Finally was able to get up north for a little bit. Gonna meet up with Art and Kelly, do some early goose and teal, maybe some mourning dove, but I also have some new blind and a tractor, so we're gonna get that set up. It's raining right now, just trying to unpack. Well, it's up there. Bigger than I thought. But I guess that's where it's gonna be. Some finishing touches, leveling, fill in the hole. And I might have to eventually get some anchors so this doesn't tip over. Good luck in 2 weeks. Wisconsin opener.
Awesome. Opening night here in Wisconsin. Been waiting for this almost a year. It's gonna be fantastic. The weather's gonna be great. We can shoot till like 7:15. The wind is kind of sketchy, but it's gonna die down close to dark. We have a new partner on the show, ScentLock. So ScentLock Clothing is gonna help us with that sketchy wind, hopefully. Blake is gonna go up to the same stand he shot his buck out of last year, opening weekend. And I'm actually gonna do some ground hunting and get aggressive, try to kill some does. We got a bunch of does on that farm. We gotta start evening out the buck to doe ratio because it's getting pretty out of hand. So I'm hoping I can fill a couple doe tags tonight and then try to fill a buck tag. But it's opening night, anything can happen. Well, I had to go to plan B tonight. I was planning on hunting a standing cornfield that was right here by me. And this morning we came into this farm, checked the cards, and the cards were good, loaded full of deer going in and out of this corn. There's a waterway right next to me, and the deer have been going up this waterway where the corn was all washed out into this cornfield. And during the middle of the day, the farmer and those guys took the field off. It took them like 3 hours and they had the whole 30 acres off, so they moved pretty quick. So every deer that was in that cornfield I was counting on coming by me is not in there. So I'm gonna sit here and hope for the best that all the deer that got blown out of the corn are gonna come back and try to feed on what's out there from the chopper. So fingers crossed I can light up a couple does tonight, or maybe a shooter buck. We'll see what comes, but my hope is not very high on a shooter buck at this point. If the corn was still standing, it was probably a 50-50 chance on seeing one, but now probably not. So well, it's a wrap on our night. I couldn't move to film much, but I saw half a dozen bucks, and one of the shooters I was trying to kill went down and around me at like 60 yards away, and I couldn't even move to shoot him because I glassed him. I saw him coming, and then I saw the buck coming, and it didn't look like him, and sure enough it was him. So I screwed that up, but 60 is a long poke, and I really don't want to shoot one at that range. But I had deer right on top of me, like literally under 5 yards away on the other side of the trees from me. So that was a good sign. Blake had a lot of action. He saw a big shooter. Didn't pull the trigger on any either. So tomorrow morning, it's going to be cool. It's going to be nice. The wind will be good. Hopefully we can get one in the morning. That would be nice, huh?
Yeah.
A little blood trail, a little victory breakfast.
Yeah, hope so.
Let's go home and clean up.
Yeah.
Well, it's still September. I think it's 21st today. I got to check and then check the hours for shooting. But I'm heading out to one of our lease farms. Good north wind tonight. It's supposed to switch out of the northwest later. It's like 15 miles an hour or so. Should be a good night to sit. It's cold. It's 63 right now, so it's a really nice cold front sitting over us. Yesterday it was like 75 or something, so it was kind of ridiculously hot. But fingers crossed. The corn is down on our farm. There's not much cover for them to hide in anymore. A lot of the shooter bucks that we had in that cornfield are now out, and the only corn in that whole section is our food plot. So fingers crossed they want to be in our corn and want to give me a shot tonight. Well, that's a wrap on our evening out here. One of the target bucks I was after showed up early on. The neighbor's dog came out in the field and cleared the field. So that kind of screwed up my night, but there's nothing around me right now, so I'm going to get down and get out of here before deer start moving after dark. And booger them up even worse than what that dog did, so I'm going to get out of here. Fingers crossed next time maybe I can get a shot at something. I had a couple does come in and couldn't get a shot at her. I wasn't spun around in time to get an arrow winner. She went through the shooting lane too quick. And then when she was in the corn, I couldn't shoot through that, so I'm gonna have to knock down a shooting lane in that cornfield next time too. Kind of walk it down at least so I can have an opening to get something thrown in there after him, but oh well, that's hunting, so maybe next time.
When you are in the market to purchase recreational, hunting, farmland, an existing or new construction home, call Hallworth Realty, a premier Wisconsin realty company with over 60 years of realty experience.
Well, it's opening weekend of duck. It's October 1st tonight. Friday, we just got up here, so we figured we'd sit the night. Now I don't know why. I sit early season, it's 90 degrees. I'm sweating. I'm not gonna see a thing the way I'm sweating like a pig.
Well, it is October 4th. I got Fox News Channel on the radio. I'm heading out bow hunting. It's kind of windy. It's kind of crappy out. It's overcast, might rain. But it looks like a good night to go shoot something. So I'm heading out, going over to the farm. I'm not sure where I'm going to sit yet. It's a northeast wind. So I'm going to walk in and kind of decide that on the way in. But fingers crossed, maybe I can draw some blood tonight. We'll see.
All right, here we go. It is October 15th, and we are headed out to the land. It is ducks and bucks weekend, so the plan is to get there and go bow hunting first thing in the morning. There's a cold front coming in, and then we'll check cameras and see if it's worth bow hunting for the rest of the weekend if we have activity. If not, we're just going to hold out till the rut, and then we're going to enjoy some time duck hunting. It's the second opening of duck this weekend, so hopefully they're migrating down. We've been seeing lots of action over here on Lake Michigan. Let's hope that the same is happening over by the Mississippi. But here's to a great weekend. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting away, and hopefully we're coming back with something to put in the freezer.
First morning of frost. Look at that. Windshield's iced over. It's gonna be epic. Hopefully we get some bucks to show up. Had a hard time getting bucks on our property this year. Flooded twice in August and then early September, and it pushed every buck we had on the farm off our farm because of high water. So all the does and fawns are back, just no bucks. So hopefully these cold nights, the last couple nights, and this morning is really cold. Hopefully something shows up. Kelly can get an arrow in something, right?
Right.
Draw some blood. That'd be epic. Probably shoot a monster walking by you.
Let's hope so. Well, it's the first morning out, and it was quite frosty this morning, but it's really slow, not a lot of action going on. Some ducks buzzed me this morning, that was about it. But we'll hang out, it's only 7 o'clock, so. Oh, damn. I just lost my watch. Where the heck did that go? Now I have something to do for the next hour. I'll be looking for that. But probably stick it out till like 9:30, 10, and then do some work around the farm. So hopefully this not much action this morning, so I'm gonna call it quits. We got some work to do around the farm, so get started with that and check the cameras, see what's happening. But I'm going to assume we're not going to see very much action on the camera, so we'll just get ready to put in some work and do some duck hunting tonight. Alright, so we're back out for the night sit. We checked cameras this afternoon after getting down this morning, and honestly, like, the buck activity has just started to pick up here. So I think we had 1 10-pointer, 3 8-pointers, and then literally 15 minutes after I got out of the stand this morning to walk back to the truck to meet Art, and I hopped on the four-wheeler to come through and get cards. A buck was right below my stand and was scraping, so I feel like we have to try it. So no duck hunting tonight. I'm back up in the stand and
like 60 yards through the trees here, and I couldn't get a shot. Just my luck. That thing was big. I think he's held up in this brush like 75, 85 yards away. The does came out that were with him, but he hasn't come out, so I'm thinking he's in here. So I'm going to try to quietly get down and get the heck out of here before I booger him up. Come back in here in the morning and try to get him.
Here we go. Day 2. Saw a big buck last night. Well, Art did. I didn't. But motivated us to get back up, get out there. So always harder the second morning. A little sleepier. But we're going to do it.
Yep.
They took off some corn last night. So I think we're going to switch stands, go closer to where the corn came off.
Yep. They took off a big cornfield, kitty corner to our property and to the north. So my thought is that there'll be a pile of deer in that corn and then work their way back through our property, back to the bedding, down towards where I was last night. So my goal is to try to intercept one in between there.
Mm-hmm.
But
trail quarters.
Yep.
Here we go. Let's do this. This morning. Got in here pretty early. It was still really dark. And while sitting here around 6:30, I could hear something moving in the grass, and then I saw the tree start to shake. There's definitely a buck below me making a scrape, but I couldn't see its horns, so I definitely wanted to check the camera to see who it was. But he was right underneath making a scrape, went to the apple tree, and then headed down towards the river. And then I just had a doe and a fawn come through. It's still really frosty and the fog is thick, so I might try and sit a little bit longer this morning just until things open up to see what's all moving. But they're definitely on their feet, you know. This cold front definitely has things moving, getting things in the mood, so we'll see what happens.
Well, that's it for my morning sit here. Had a doe and a fawn come through at first light, and then I tried to film them, and I don't know what happened, but when I looked back at the camera, it said it was on standby, not recording, so I don't know if it shut off mid-film or whatever, but either way, that's all I saw. It's 9 o'clock now, and it's cold. I underdressed, but whatever, that's hunting. So I'm going to get down, we're going to run around, check cards, make a plan for the afternoon, and then I guess we'll see what happens. It's so quiet. It's so calm out. Now we gotta dig all of our gear out, do some warm-up shots, and hit the tree stands. Alright, hitting the road. It's been a great couple days at the farm. A lot of deer action. Actually, a lot more than what I expected. It's only the 17th of October. Moon's starting to get full. Temperatures are dropping. The deer were cruising like crazy. We had a good couple days of hunting. The neighbor shot that 2-year-old I filmed last night. I thought I was going to go down towards Kelly and ended up turning and crossing and going over the property lines, and the neighbor shot him, so we're happy for him. He got a nice 2-year-old. I think he was a Super 2. I don't think he was a 3. But
he's decent.
Yeah, he's
They're
tagged
pretty big,
out.
actually.
And then, which is awesome for him. That's the biggest buck he's ever shot, so we're really happy for him. So we'll be back up here in a couple weeks, and hopefully the rut is going wide open. We're coming up Halloween weekend, so fingers crossed one of us can seal the deal. It's October 22nd. It's cold. It's frosty. Should be a good morning for buck movement, hopefully. We got our new decoy in the mail yesterday. We got that big flammable giant buck. So I'm going to put him out this morning. Put him out with a half rack so it looks like it's vulnerable. Let's see what can come into him. Hopefully get some sweet action. Well, that's a wrap on my morning. I'm gonna get out of here. It's 9 o'clock. It's still cold, but nothing's really moving. At first light, I saw a handful of deer out in the field moving around. Did a couple rattle sets. Didn't have anything come in, but I haven't seen a deer in a while. Probably almost 2 hours, so I'm gonna get out of here, go get some work done. Got a pile of editing to do, and I'm gonna move a bunch of cameras around today and start watching scrapes more than watching feeding areas and stuff. So I'm gonna move some cameras around, get some stuff done like that. I'm gonna put a tree koi out here in this field that I have the decoy in right now. I'm gonna put a tree koi out about 20 yards away, get that all set up, and then we have a wedding to go to this weekend. Kyle's getting married, so we're heading over to Michigan. We're actually going to scout a farm out there tomorrow morning for a gun hunt, maybe a bow hunt. We'll see how Wisconsin goes, but we're going to scout that farm tomorrow morning and then head over to the wedding, come back Sunday afternoon, see how it goes. Good morning, everybody. It's a warm 28 degrees on October 23rd. Finally was able to get up here. Came up late last night. It's been one heck of a morning. Camera arm fell. Lost my glove. Right before shooting light. Had a nice shooter out there about 50 yards. But a lot of scrape activity. Stay tuned. My back's starting to kill, so I'm gonna slowly pack up here. Little eventful morning. Right when I got in the stand, I had some bucks rattling, I guess fighting. And then just some of those does and that little tiny spiker. Well, headed out for the night hunt. Normally I drive the Ranger always. Trying something a little different, going in quiet all weekend. Didn't really matter much this morning, but stay tuned. We put one down. The sun's finally going down and the temperature's starting to drop.
Hopefully we'll get a little action here to eat up. Burr. Burr. Oh my God. Oh my God. Did this really just fucking happen? Sorry with the language. Oh my God. I freaking missed him. He came back and I just drilled him. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. I hope you guys got to see all that. I just can't believe it happened. I grunted, rattled him in. Missed him. Missed him. Right underneath me. I was able to grab another arrow, knock an arrow. He came into 35 yards. I freaking drilled him. He didn't even go 20 yards. He's laying over there. Behind a juniper, I can just see his rear end. He went 20 yards over by the white pines and he's laying there. All I can see is his rear end, but he hasn't moved since. I can't frickin' believe it. Uh-oh, here comes another one. Yeah, it looks like a big buck, too. Oh yeah, I can see a big, yeah. That's a decent one too. They're coming out late. So, I'll send some more pictures and stuff later. scent lock, baby. He never saw it coming.
It's October 25th. Big bucks are moving, and big bucks are hitting the ground. Big time. Tyler shot a 14-pointer on Friday. Byron shot a 14-pointer on Sunday morning. Now it's hopefully my turn. Get some massive monster buck, but we'll see. It's extremely windy today. It's like 35-mile-an-hour gusts, so I'm gonna go up on the east side of the farm. It's northeast wind right now. Try to get out of it, get in a calm spot, but we'll see what happens. It is starting to rain. Cats and dogs out here. I'm gonna get the camera gear put away. Go collect my doe. She's laying there dead right where I stopped filming her basically. She put her head down and crawled a little bit and she was done. I mean, she expired pretty quick, so I'm gonna get down, go collect her, and get out of this rainstorm. There's only like 10 minutes left to shoot, so I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Alright, October 28th, 29th. Something like that. Heading out to the farm. Blake's coming with tonight. He's finally got a night with no homework. So we are heading out. We're getting out there late. It's already after 4. So we're gonna hustle and get up in our stands and get set up. Hopefully put a buck on the ground.